Hi, I'm Danny Lee with Gravity Golf. I want to cover today what I believe to be one of the most, if not the absolute most critical piece of the golf swing. And this is the footwork. The weight shift around the feet and how you are actually moving and transitioning weight through your shot. This is something that you really can see in players, in the old players like Trevino and Nicklaus and Miller Barber, where you really started to see their front leg, their front knee coming off the ground, that weight really coming out of it and then landing heavy right back into it. And what's going on here is they're actually moving backwards over this trailing leg. The first move they're doing is after they load up onto their front axis. So this is preceding that. The first thing you want to feel when you're on any lie is being able to feel that you can rotate around your front axis. So after this point, and you've found that on whatever contour you're on, that you can rotate freely, the next thing to do is to set yourself up. Usually closer is always safer than it is farther away. If you're closer to the ball, you can always fall back, counterfall a little farther and still make pure contact and stay on plane. If you're too far from the ball, you have no room to actually get back and clear through the shot, and everything, the centrifugal force will pull you forwards and out of plane. You'll be fighting with it the whole way through. So in order to make this as simple as possible and a move that has as little lateral movement as possible, we're trying to create a swing that is purely rotational. So in order to do this, the first step is once we go up, find this front axis, you're going to see this hind leg is actually, it's angled slightly. And the feeling here is not something where it's throwing out or pulling back with the arms or anything like that. This is a lower body move. And you feel that the weight is actually moving over the inside quadrant of that back foot, over that back heel. And the first move is actually getting yourself to go over your edge of balance, over your safety envelope, so to speak. Pitch yourself all the way back towards your heels. You find a point where you can't go any farther before you start falling over. This is a very critical point, and the more comfortable you can become there, the more solid you're going to be and the more repeatable your swing is going to be. This is where the stability needs to be in the swing. It's not in a standard, what they call an athletic position. This is a position for moving forwards. It's not for moving rotationally.
That being said, I want you to take a look here at one of the greats, Lee Trevino, and even though his posture is far from the ball, you can still see that because of the way he's moving through his legs, he's still able to balance it out. It will just cause for more of a dip in the swing.
To get this rotational move, we want to be all the way back against that edge, and then the first move is actually an abrupt move. It's very athletic, but you're throwing yourself over that edge. Now, even though it's very athletic, this is the easiest way on your body, because once you move yourself through the glute and through the hamstring back over that edge, it momentarily unweights this front side and then will drop the weight right back into it on that edge. If you don't go far enough over it at the very beginning, when you come back up to that front foot, your weight will land forwards into the quad, and from here you're again going to be fighting to clear through the shot and maintain plane. The easiest way to maintain balance is by staying as far back on that edge as possible and keeping everything back there to balance out that weight that's being slung in front of you. The arms.
Here you'll get a very clear depiction of what happens to even an amazing athlete when they move so far forwards in their body and have so much weight in their arms going in front of them. What can actually happen? Stuck right on the front of his body and then trying to stand out of it to balance the swing in front of him, not very successfully.
So what you're going to see here is the first move going right back over this hind foot, and then it drops right back into it. Now when you really go over it, you see immediately that counterfall becomes automatic. This is the key to having any kind of consistency in your game, is being able to feel the weight moving through the back of your body and through your legs. And when you do this, you feel you're going straight back, right over that right hamstring, that trailing hamstring, and feeling your weight just move right around, and everything will be slung. There's nothing quite like it.
Here we come to arguably the greatest player throughout history, which you can see right as he's pivoting around that front axis. And the first move is coming from that right hamstring, going back over his balance point, which unweights that leg, and drops him right as far back onto the hamstring as he can go. The farther that he can go over that edge, the more power that he can create by being deeper on the edge and just pivoting right around that front axis. Purely rotational.
It feels so pure. It's beautiful. Have fun, go out, play with it. Please contact us. Any questions, we're always here to help. We look forward to meeting you down the road. Take care.